sure I didn't do this one already? I feel like I've privately done this one with you before. Okay, so Pulp Fiction by me. It's a Quentin Tarantino movie. And it's starring John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson, who has great hair, both of them, in the movie. And they wear suits, and they are killer guys with guns, handguns specifically. And they are partners, but they are sort of naggy with each other, like an old married couple. Like, they argue a lot, I think. There's a lot of swearing. There's a scene, I don't know what the movie's actually about, but I think that, like, okay, so Uma Thurman's also in the movie, and I think that she's married to, like, a big drug man or mob man or some kind of crime man that's important. And I think he's, you know, like a dud, like a old white guy or something. And apparently that's wrong because it's got a reaction. And then, okay, but she's like all into drugs, and I think there's a lot of drugs. And I think that, like, John Travolta somehow gets a job where he's supposed to hang out with her on this, like, as a side job of something else that they're already doing, maybe for that same guy and maybe not. But they go to a diner to have breakfast or something, and there's a whole scene there because somebody acts a fool, like a regular I just, like, the diner maybe gets held up or something like that, and they're just like, oh, this is so annoying. Yeah, somebody's like robbing the diner while they're having dinner, and I have like a briefcase that might be connected to one of their hands or something, and it's like what the job is about, and I don't think we ever maybe find out what's in the briefcase, or maybe we do way later, but I think it's a secret at that point for sure. And I think they're having like a naggy conversation, argument at the diner. I think we've probably seen them kill some people before this because we already have a feeling for who the kind of people that they are. Or maybe we don't. Maybe this is the first time. Anyway, the guy comes, he's a knob, and he's like, oh, everybody give me your stuff or whatever, and people are giving the stuff. And then they're like, no, I'm not gonna give you my stuff. He wants the briefcase, they won't give it, and they're so annoyed because they're like, now we have to do a thing. And then they do something, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if they kill the guy, or if they kill all the people in the diner, or like if they leave. Like, I don't remember what happens at all, but whatever it is, it's climactic and fun in a killing kind of a way. And you're like, they're funny killer guys. What the fuck? And then they have to go get Uma Thurman. Well, John Travolta does. They also argue in an apartment at some point, and they kill people there. And yeah, so John Travolta has to get Uma Thurman. They go out for a night because the guy's like, take my wife out. For what reason, I don't know. They go to another diner that's like a 50s diner. They do a fancy dance. A lot of this is going on. My necklace just fell off. They're into each other, but he also like can't get with her or anything because it's like this boss's wife situation. Then somehow she does a whole bunch of drugs at some point. I think they go to a party and she like dies or passes out in a way that she might be dead. Do they have to give her an EpiPen? I'm pretty sure she dies and they have to give her an EpiPen or something. I don't know why an EpiPen would bring you, it's not an EpiPen. It's like the shot that you get when you're cracked out. I don't know what it is. Is that an EpiPen? I don't know what happens to her. Something horrible happens. Does she OD and they have to give her like an OD shot? Oh, it's terrible. I don't know what that's called. Anyway, so something like that happens and they're like, oh shit, that happened, and they don't want to get in trouble for it. And then there's some other thing that happens where there's like some video store maybe or something where like in the basement they go to, and there's like a guy in like a I don't know what the word is called, but like leather tight stuff with like a thing in his mouth, a whippy guy. And they have like a whole place down there, and there's a cop, and maybe the cop's like into that and he's down there or something, and they like find him down there, but somebody gets into big fat trouble down there, and then they have to do some shooting of people down there. And there's also like Ving Rhames might be in this movie as well. Oh, and he's like maybe the boss. Maybe it's him who's the boss because they're scared of him and he's crazy. And he comes at some point, and there's like walking around at the diner, and that guy's crossing the street, and then there's the video store, and something happens there. And something happens with like somebody has a watch who was like their dad's watch or something. Or maybe it's like his girl died and he has this memento or some kind of watch or something. John Travolta, I'm pretty sure, has something like that. And he has to like go back to his place to get it before he can something. And they're trying to escape. And then he does that, and that like ruins everything or something. I feel like I'm touching on a lot of the stuff, but I don't really know a lot of the back, this, whatever. The thing is, it's good, and there's a lot of characters, I think, and a lot of things that happen, a lot of different places where they go with a lot of different scenes. But it's fun. If killing is fun, which in Quentin Tarantino movies it is. But that's it, I think. I think I got it all. I recommend it. The dance scene is fun, the diner scene is fun. And whatever happens in that basement of that video store is something that is maybe traumatic to watch. I don't remember. That's at the end.